Hi, Hazel. How are you?
Hi, Judith. Here we are again.
Here we are again. So today, everybody, what we're going to be doing is just going a little bit more into some Q&As on the wallets and exchanges, just so that we're all clear on what everybody should be doing, setting up their wallets, purchasing Bitcoin and transferring to CashFX, and then, of course, back out from CashFX to their wallets again. And Justin did an amazing video recently, which of course has prompted more questions. So I thought we would invite Hazel here today and just go through some of those with her so that we can just get a few things cleared up. And even just chatting to her before this call has been quite eye-opening. So Hazel, thank you so much for your time doing that with us today. We have had a few questions, so would you like me to just start running through them?
Yeah, let's do that, Judith, and then it'll just be a proper Q&A, and we'll keep the questions separate as well and the information.
Yeah. So basically, everybody knows that, you know, they need to have a wallet where they're going to store their Bitcoin. But before we get the Bitcoin, we need an exchange where we can buy it. So we're transferring our dollars or our euros or our rupees or whatever we're buying, the Bitcoin on the exchange, and then the Bitcoin goes into our wallet and we transfer from there to CashFX. Is that correct, Hazel?
Yeah, that's correct. So to be clear, an exchange is where you buy Bitcoin with your fiat currency. But also on an exchange, you get wallets as well, and you can store your Bitcoin crypto on the exchange. So every exchange will have like your country's currency there. So for me, I'll have a wallet with GBP in it. Underneath that, I'll have another wallet that says Bitcoin. Underneath that comes Ethereum, Chainlink, all of the altcoins. And to be clear, an altcoin is any crypto that is not Bitcoin. So on the exchange, you also get a wallet. So you can, in the beginning of your crypto journey, keep everything in one place. It's only when you are accumulating a large amount of Bitcoin that you will need a separate wallet. And a wallet is just that, a wallet where you keep your Bitcoin, your crypto, in the same way that you have a hard leather wallet or a leather purse and you keep your money in that purse. You can get what is known as a hard wallet, which means all of the details of your money is off of the computer and it looks just like a USB stick. So you would transfer your Bitcoin, let's just say, from the exchange, which you've been keeping there. You would just send it to your hard wallet, and there are many, Trezor, Ledger, so on, and you would keep your hard-earned Bitcoin on that hard wallet that is off of your computer, which is the highest level of security for your money. But as I said, it's a preference. Some people don't have a hard wallet. When they've got a lot of Bitcoin, they'd be foolish not to. But in the early days, if this is only my opinion and it's all a preference, you can keep it on your exchange as well. Does that make sense, Judith?
Definitely. And just one more thing there on that topic. We don't have to have a separate online wallet on a different platform to our online exchange. It can all be in the one place. It's a matter of preference. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
Yes. So there's nothing that's, you know, one way to do it isn't better than another way. If, for example, I use CoinSpot in Australia, which I can link to my bank account, so I can get my Aussie dollars in, I can buy my Bitcoin or my, you know, any other altcoin in there, and then it goes into my wallet. but it's all actually on the one platform of CoinSpot.
Yeah. With me, I mostly use Coinbase, and I keep money, Bitcoin, in Coinbase because I've got the Coinbase Visa card as well. So yeah, it's just as your journey unfolds, you just fall into how you're going to organize everything. But as I said at the beginning of a crypto journey, just let it unfold. Don't get overwhelmed. It's all about preference. And yes, it is also all about security, but it's when you have a lot of Bitcoin that you really need that hard wallet offline.
Yeah. And just another note there for any of our other members or anybody else who's listening, because my background is in IT, please don't have the same password for all of these platforms that you have as every other password. Set different difficult passwords, not something that's, ABC123. So if you can get a generated password from the platform, even though you've got to copy and paste it every time you log in, please do it. I know a lot of them have got the authenticator as well to get the 2FA. Definitely get that set up. All of those aspects help with security, but please make a different password. This is money. I mean, surely you've got hard passwords for your bank accounts. This is no different. So
that's
another level of security.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate that Coinbase and all of these exchanges are no different than your traditional bank account, and they should be treated the same as a traditional bank account with everything. I've got all of my passwords in, paper little book. And as Judith said, take care of these passwords. Don't generate the same password. Make sure you keep them safe on a file off your computer.
They can be hacked, and if you've got the same password for everywhere and it's hacked, one of these platforms are hacked, that means people then try those passwords that are associated with your name for anywhere else that you might have, left a footprint. So yeah, it does pay to treat it with great respect.
Yes, absolutely. And we should treat money with respect. That's one of my, beefs. It's one of the things that I keep banging on about is treat money with respect. That's a main message I want to get across. But yeah, good point about the passwords, and also get a 2FA for your email account as well. These hackers are extremely intelligent people. And, if your account gets hacked, if your CFX account gets hacked because of your lack of care, then there's nothing anyone can do about that. That is totally your responsibility.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's good. So will we move on to our first question? Are you ready, Hazel?
Yeah.
So I think we might have covered that a little bit. The question was, many exchanges have wallets and vice versa. So wallets have exchanges with them. So how do we know? How do we know what is a wallet separate to exchange? You've gone through that. The wallet is where you store it. Great.
Yeah.
So it isn't better to keep it separate. Okay, so we've covered that question. Number 2, what is the best digital wallet? Now, that's probably a silly question. Depends on all of our countries we're in. I get that. Do you use Exodus? I have heard a lot of people recommend Exodus though.
I do have Exodus, but I don't use it. I keep, like I've just said, all of my transactions on my Bitcoin exchange, which for me is Coinbase or Binance, and the hard wallet. But what I want to say to people is, just now before this call, I was talking to Judith. I've just signed up for the crypto.com Visa card, and that is also another exchange, another wallet, and it was so easy to do. But I think I'm digressing from this question there, Judith.
That's all right. No, actually, we might cover the Visa cards in the question at the end.
Yeah.
So the next one was to do with fees. Obviously, you know, in our different countries, if we're all using different platforms, the fees will vary. So I guess people just need to be mindful to check that out. Maybe they'll do their first transfer and be caught, like some of us have been, and then start looking around for something better where they've got better fees.
Yeah, that's true. Well, for me, like I said, I started with Coinbase all those years ago now, 3+ years ago. I've never had any problem with Coinbase. I do know people in other countries have had, the majority haven't, but people do have a problem with Coinbase in some countries, but I never have. So I use, to keep my fees at a minimum, I use Pro Coinbase, which is the trading exchange part of Coinbase.com. Now, if you have Coinbase or any exchange that also has a trading platform like Binance, for example, the fees in the front end of Coinbase are extremely high. For example, just a couple of days ago, I was helping a team member to upgrade to the $3,000 contract, and she needed $2,000 worth of Bitcoin. When she tried to do that in the front end of Coinbase, Coinbase.com, she was charged £60 sterling to do that transaction. So I took her into pro.coinbase, which is the trading part, showed her how to do all of that, and the fee for the exact same transaction was £5, which is extremely low for an exchange. So you would need to check that out with the exchanges you use. It's a matter of you doing your own research there, because obviously I haven't done that with all of the exchanges. I've just done it with Coinbase and Pro.Coinbase and Binance. But yeah, it costs money to use these platforms, and it costs money to use your high street bank account, of course. But I would say that in the beginning, when I was green in my salad days, and I was using Coinbase, I didn't know anything, obviously, that I know now. I've discovered all of this from my own research. And also, I'd like to say, before CashFX, really, there wasn't the information passed from person to person like we've got now. So it's so much easier. But I paid huge fees in Coinbase. But I was happy to, because there's a lot of money to be made, you know, with trading Bitcoin, crypto, and fiat currency. So at the end of the day, it wasn't anything that I lost sleep over.
No, that's right. It's a part of, you know, doing business, and a cost of doing business. So I think with CoinSpot that I'm in, I think they charge 1%. So that's all right on the lower packages, but I can see that moving up to the higher packages every time I send, that could start getting quite expensive. So does Coinbase Pro have a wallet as well as the exchange?
Yes, you could. Yeah. It's a wallet as well. A wallet is just where all the coins are labeled. You know.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just a label on the wallet in Pro.Coinbase.
Yes. So, well, £5 sounds quite cheap.
It's
For us,
extremely good. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's extremely good.
Yeah. Compared to 1%. So I think we can't link directly to a bank account, like a business bank account, but I think we can link to a business debit card. So there's probably a way around that to do it. So that's something that people are going to have to look into, depending on where they come from, which country they're from, what their fees are, and moving forward. Yeah. Settle for something.
Sorry, Judith, with Pro.Coinbase, when you send crypto to a crypto wallet, there are no fees. So, you know, when I upgraded to my $100,000 contract, I sent $30,000 to CFX from Pro.Coinbase, and I didn't pay any fees. I didn't add, you know, where it's advised we add $3 or so. There's no need to do that. But if you do it from Coinbase, they take a fee out first, and so do other exchanges. Some exchanges take the fee out first, and that's why you get a message saying you don't have enough in your wallet because they've taken the fee out.
Oh, okay.
And
Right.
other
Yes.
exchanges don't take the fee out. They send what's left. They don't tell you. And that's why sometimes the transaction doesn't complete in CFX because of fees that
Got it.
they haven't really explained to you properly that they've taken the fees out. So you're left with a few dollars short. And that goes through onto the blockchain and it just sits there because the miners don't pick it up because they don't get their cuts on it because there's not enough anyway. Now, having said that, and I'm diversing a little bit, there is an easy way to find your transaction on the blockchain, and you can send that extra amount, whether it's $5 or $10 worth of Bitcoin, to that very same wallet address, and that will hasten the whole process and prevent your transaction getting stuck on the blockchain. I'll do a short video on that separately, but that's just, as Justin would say, that's a bonus, golden nugget.
It is definitely, because I've heard of people, and I thought I'd heard that you couldn't do that. So that's great to know that we can send that extra little bit. So I guess for everybody, they just need to understand everybody's wallet or exchange is a little bit different the way they do it, and just need to get used to it from the beginning. But so if Coinbase Pro, when you're sending to CashFX, don't charge you anything, what was your £5 fee for?
That was for trading sterling to Bitcoin. So that was actually for trading. So when you send your fiat currency to an exchange, you have to trade it for Bitcoin. So it goes through, in my case, it was GBP, or in this lady's case, GBP. So we sent that to Coinbase from her bank account, a direct link. And then we sent that to pro.coinbase, which is, it just takes a second and it's instant. And then we traded it in pro.coinbase for Bitcoin. And that's what the fee is for.
Right. Got it. Got it. Yes. So different fees, different platforms. People just need to look out to see what suits them, which one they can link, and every country's different. So it's a bit difficult to recommend one over another when we're dealing with so many different countries.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, we've covered different fees. We've covered cost of transfers. We've talked about a separate dedicated hard wallet for security. Now, I know this isn't a tax call, and I know that we can't give people any kind of business or tax advice, but is it true that if it's in a hard wallet, which is what I understand, that so we've got the Trezor, for example, and we've transferred masses and masses of Bitcoin when we're all up to the $100,000 contract, can that be traced there, like for tax?
No.
I'm not trying to dodge my tax, but sounds interesting.
No, but we know what the controlling bodies are like, and once that is on your, like, it's like a little USB stick.
Yes, USB, I've seen them.
Similar to that. No one can track that unless you give them your Trezor wallet with your own security passwords and so on. No, it's ideal.
Well, you transfer it back into fiat in your bank account.
Yeah, that's when you would pay tax. Here in England anyway, and I think it's across the board, because Bitcoin is seen as property, not as, you know, a security, i.e. money, currently. So
Currently.
no, we don't. We just pay tax, capital gains tax, when we turn that into fiat currency, and they can't touch it in your hard wallet, your Trezor wallet, that's the brand name, or Ledger Nano, that's the brand name for these hard wallets. And they're not cheap. They are, you know, a couple of $100. But,
and they range, don't they? I've had a look at them online, and at some point I will get one.
yes.
But I've had a look. The prices range for us here in Australia from about $85 up to about $300. I'm not sure what the difference between them is, but
it depends how many It depends how many coins you want to store on there. So don't quote me. I mean, the Trezor wallet, you can store loads of coins. So, you know, it's not just Bitcoin, it's Ethereum, Chainlink, all of your altcoins and so on. So yeah, it's just, again, a matter of researching. You know, you just get on Google, just go on YouTube, Google Trezor wallet, Google Nano Ledger wallet. And do your own due diligence. But the best on the market are Trezor and Ledger. So I would also say that within all of the teams, and certainly in my team, all of these gadgets have affiliate links. So I've got my affiliate link, and to be honorable, you know, people that are frontline to me, they would use my affiliate link. Judith would use Kim's, for example, if she's got one, and then each of you would get your own affiliate link, because we all earn money on these, you know, things that we do, and that's how we help each other. So bear that in mind as well. But yeah, eventually everyone should have a hard wallet.
Yes. And I guess the last question is just asking you, which I think is really interesting, about the Visa card, which you touched on a little while ago.
Yeah. So I have a Coinbase Visa card. Oh, it's in my wallet. I have a Coinbase Visa card that I really love. There's a Wirex Visa card that you can load up with Bitcoin, and it's the same principle. When you use that Wirex card anywhere as contactless payment, it changes your Bitcoin into the fiat currency of the country you're in. And another one that I just touched on earlier was the crypto.com Visa card. I just signed up for it this morning. Honest guys, it's the quickest verification I've ever had. You do it on the phone. I uploaded my driving license. It was verified instantly. Obviously, it's quite a good camera on my iPhone, because that is the main trouble when you take a photo and it's pixelated, and you know, it's not picked up clearly. They need to see all of the numbers and the letters clearly. And then I took a selfie so they could see it was me. You just fit your face in the frame, uploaded it, and honest guys, within a minute I was verified, and they gave me a referral link via email. So I think, you know, I'm not sure what countries this crypto.com card operates in, but all countries, Pakistan, India, Afghanistan, Zimbabwe, Canada, let's try it. Try it.
Sorry, Hazel. Did they send you a hard card as well as having the digital card?
Yeah, you have a hard card, because you're going to use it when you go shopping.
Yeah. But sometimes you can use your phone as well. So it's not just a digital card.
No, it's not just a digital card. No, it's a hard Visa card. And also we all get bonuses from the referral link there. So yet again, get Judith's. But yeah, I'm interested. Crypto.com, I'll make a post about it, and Judith will as well in her group. Let's try that and see if we can iron out some of the challenges that a lot of countries are having with getting Bitcoin. You know, it will all be smoothed out eventually, because it's got to be, but governments do make it really difficult, and banks make it really difficult. So yeah, that's it about the Visa cards, really. They are, I love mine, I love it. So it's so easy.
Fantastic. And I guess the message for everybody is that it is individual. It is about your personal preferences. Obviously, take into account which country you're from. Take into account fees. If you've been hit the first time, don't worry. Cost of doing business. You know, don't cry over spilt milk. We just need to look for better solutions for you in your country that will suit and do everything that you want to do, but obviously try and keep the fees as low as possible.
Yeah, and you know, we have moved on since I joined. It really was the Wild West. We've progressed a little bit from that, but yeah, you know, my closing point with this short talk we've done is, remember, you're stepping into being an entrepreneur. You're stepping into being a business person. That is sovereignty. And so, you know, as Judith said, don't cry over spilt milk. You've got to pay fees. And if you have any angst about that, step back and deal with that conflict in you.
Definitely.
We're business people now going forward. Cash FX is your business. Even though you're in a team, Judith's Cash FX account and her team, who she recommends it to, that is her business. And the first person she invites, that is their business, even though Judith is going to help them. Each of us has a business. We are global partners with Cash FX, whether we're in a team or not. We are individual, autonomous as well.
And you've got to take your responsibility for your business and what you're doing. And yes, we're all here to help, you know, every step of the way. But as I say, there's so much variation with all of this between, you know, countries and what's possible or not in your particular country, that, you know, we're working it out as much as you are. So, but as things unfold, it's great having somebody like Hazel who's gone ahead of us to give us advice and help us. So that was great today. Thank you so much. My team members for sure.
Yeah, thank you, Judith.